Ever feel like there's something more out there? Like some kind of whisper urging you to chase a dream?
Oh, yeah,
That's the energy we're tapping into today with The Alchemist.
by Paulo Coelho.
Exactly. This book is practically a guidebook to uncovering your own personal legend, that unique path, that you're meant to follow.
Whether you've already kind of started down that road or you're just starting to feel that pull, The Alchemist, man, it offers some seriously resonant insights.
And it does it through a really compelling story.
It really does.
So we meet this shepherd boy, right? Living a pretty comfortable life, but then this dream starts haunting him.
Yeah, yeah.
This vivid recurring dream about treasure.
At the Egyptian pyramids, no less.
Okay, so the pyramids, right. It's like this potent symbol of the unknown.
Absolutely. And this dream is so powerful that it shakes up his entire routine.
Even the way he sleeps. Using his books as pillows. Like, who does that?
Right. It's like the universe is like, hey, pay attention. Sending him a signal, a nudge, to think outside his everyday life.
And isn't that a feeling we can all relate to? That maybe, just maybe, there's something more out there, but it takes guts to listen to that, to acknowledge it might be real.
And that's where The Alchemist gets interesting. It's not just about, la-di-da following your dreams. It's about the investment.
Being willing to take a risk.
Even sacrificing what's comfortable.
So the boy, he starts to explore this whole dream thing, and he runs into this figure, Melchizedek, the king of Salem, appears right when the boy needs guidance.
But here's the catch, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's a price for wisdom.
This is where Coelho digs deep. It's not enough to just have dreams. You got to earn it.
You got to be willing to risk something. In this case, Melchizedek asks for 1/10 of his flock in exchange for guidance.
A test of faith, right. Are you willing to put something on the line for this?
Exactly. And what's interesting is how even the tiniest details matter later on.
Oh, you're talking about the hole in the bag.
Yeah, yeah. What seems like a simple mishap becomes this weird omen. Little breadcrumb on the path.
It makes you wonder how many of those breadcrumbs we miss. We're so caught up in the day-to-day, we forget to see the magic right in front of us.
Coelho calls it beginner's luck. The boys' early wins, they seem effortless, but they're setting the stage for something way bigger, way more challenging.
It's like life is saying, all right, you ready for the next level?
Yeah. And growth. It happens outside those comfort zones. When we're pushed. Obstacles. They're not roadblocks. They're opportunities. They're chances to transform.
It's like in those old kung fu movies.
Oh, yeah.
You must learn from the grasshopper or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. And speaking of lessons, let's go to Tangier. The boy arrives all bright-eyed,
Bustling city.
ready to go.
Hopeful.
And bam! Robbed, cleaned out,
Talk about a reality check.
brutal. It's like just when we think we're on track.
Wham! Life throws one of those curveballs, right?
And this one, it forces him to be resourceful.
Yeah.
He's got to survive, figure it out in a totally foreign place.
I'd probably just curl up in a ball and cry.
Right. It'd be easy to just give up,
Oh.
but he doesn't. And that's where the real learning starts. He has to open his eyes.
To see what's always been there, maybe?
Yeah, but it's more than that. He's got to really pay attention to these little details, these synchronicities. It's like he's learning a new language, but without words.
Coelho talks about this, right? The language without words, like some kind of secret code of the universe.
It's all around us. The desert, the wind, even the sheep. He learns from them.
Okay, now that's next level awareness. I'm lucky if I remember where I put my keys.
We all are. But that's the point, right? We get so caught up in our heads that we miss the whispers, the gut feelings, the intuition.
So how do we tap into that?
By paying attention, recognizing the omens. Those little events that seem insignificant but can point us in the right direction, like that hole in the bag. And speaking of,
Oh, you're going to say maktub.
it is written.
It's everywhere in the book.
Hmm.
Makes you think everything's predetermined, right?
See, that's the thing. It's not about fate versus free will. It's more like there's this flow, a bigger picture. But within that, we still choose.
So maktub, but with agency.
Right. And this whole interplay between destiny and choice, it gets even more intense when he gets to the oasis. Meets Fatima.
Cue the love theme.
And it's instant, this connection. But now he's got a dilemma. Love or the treasure. Stay or go after his dream. Classic.
We've all been there, haven't we? The heart wants what it wants, but the dream, the calls too.
What sacrifices are we willing to make? Can we honor both? It's tough. And the alchemist doesn't pretend to have all the answers. It just makes us ask the questions.
And sometimes asking is enough.
Sometimes it's the only way to find the answer. It's about balance, holding on and letting go.
Which is what Fatima encourages, ultimately. She tells him to keep going.
With her blessing. And a gift, a reminder of their love. It's beautiful, you know.
And she tells him about the desert women, how they're proud of their men who go out into the world.
Trusting that they'll return. There's this deep message about cycles, about a greater purpose.
Yeah, like it's okay to let go. It's all part of a bigger dance.
And with that, the boy sets off again, this time with a new companion, the alchemist.
This alchemist, though, he's like a walking riddle, you know?
Oh yeah, he's shrouded in this aura of wisdom.
But also, like, he's got this quiet confidence, like he's not going to waste your time with anything unnecessary.
He's the kind of person who's clearly walked the walk, faced those challenges head on, and come out the other side transformed.
Living proof that this whole personal legend thing, it's not just some abstract idea.
Right, it's achievable.
But you got to put in the work. And the way he teaches, it's so different. He's not giving the boy a roadmap.
Oh no, no step-by-step instructions here.
It's more like he's saying, hey, I'll walk with you, but you got to find your own way.
Trust your gut. That's what he's teaching. Learn from doing.
Like that scene with the cobra, man, that one got me.
Right, out of nowhere.
Most people, they'd totally freak out. But the alchemist, he's completely calm.
Totally unfazed. He sees an opportunity for a lesson. He even finds wisdom in the cobra's venom.
It's like he's showing us that the things we're terrified of, they might actually hold the key to, some deeper understanding.
If we're brave enough to look, that is, to shift our perspective,
Yeah.
see things differently.
And that's the thing, right? This whole journey is about changing the way we see the world, ourselves, everything.
And who better to guide us than someone who's mastered that art? Someone who can say, with complete sincerity, listen to your heart.
Which, on the surface, sounds kind of cheesy, right?
Maybe a little Hallmark card-ish.
But in the context of the story, it takes on this whole new meaning. It's deeper than just following your emotions.
Much deeper. It's about trusting your intuition. That inner voice, your internal compass.
The one that always knows the way, even when your head is spinning in circles.
And that connection to our heart, that's the connection to something bigger.
You're talking about the soul of the world, right? That universal force that connects us all.
That's it. And it's in those quiet moments when we tune out the noise that we can finally hear it speaking to us.
It's like we're all carrying a little piece of that universal wisdom within us.
We are. It's about remembering that connection, letting it guide us. And man, the boy, he gets closer to those pyramids, his treasure.
And then bam, he gets robbed, left for dead in the desert. Can you imagine after all that?
Talk about a gut punch. Makes you wonder if it's all worth it.
It's like life saying, oh, you thought it was going to be easy. But that's the point where he finally gets it.
The real treasure. It wasn't about the pyramids at all.
It was the journey, all the lessons, the growth, the transformation he went through.
That's the real gold. And here's the twist, the actual treasure. Back in Spain, where he started. Talk about a full circle moment.
It's like sometimes the things we're searching for, they're right under our noses.
Exactly. The Alchemist reminds us that the greatest treasures, they're not material. They're the wisdom we gain, the people we become.
It's about taking those experiences, even the tough ones, and turning them into something valuable. That's the real alchemy.
Turning our struggles into strength, our pain into wisdom. That's the process.
And the crazy thing is, it never really ends. Even when we think we've arrived, there's always more to learn, more to explore.
That's the beauty of the journey. It's ongoing. It's about constantly evolving, discovering who we are and what we're truly capable of.
So to anyone listening who's ever felt that pull, that yearning for something more, The Alchemist offers a powerful message.
Your personal legend is out there.
What will you do to find it?